Hello, hi, it's Liz here, and today I want to make a quick and easy ring bound journal. I'm going to make it a honeybee themed journal. So I've dug out all my bee stamps and we'll have a go at stamping and colouring, and we'll decorate the cover and maybe make an initial couple of tags for the inside. So it's 6 inches square, which is 15 centimetres, 15 and a little bit centimetres square. So a nice easy, if you've got 12 by 12 papers, which is what I used, you get 4 pieces obviously from that one sheet. This thicker pieces are from, these thicker pieces are from 49 and Market, and then this is just a piece of scrapbook paper that I thought had kind of floral pattern on it. Wait, and I'll get you the book. Oh, it's down here. It's Natural History Museum pressed flowers. I got it in Hobbycraft very recently, so I was there this morning, so I know that they do still have it. It's just all very floral with what looks like dried flowers. So you get loads of pages in that. If you're doing a floral theme or a nature theme, let me just get back on my chair. Right. So the thinner pieces are from that page and the thicker pieces are 49 and Market. I've also stuck in some watercolour paper. It's actually Caddy paper, which is Khadi. You get it in these little packs. That's the name there, Caddy papers. Because I thought maybe if I'm feeling brave, I might do some watercolour sketching of a bee or some flowers or whatever. I might just do some stamping in watercolour. So it's all just 6 by 6 pieces, just mixed in with the new floral pad and the 49 and Market pad. Nice peachy colour one at the back there. I think there's another peachy colour, there's another peachy colour there. And I simply just punched 2 holes in the side and put some bright yellow book rings, and that's going to be my journal. So I've got the piece that's going to be the cover here. I've already punched the holes. So let's have a little go at doing the cover. So for a focal point, I thought I would use some of this corrugated cardboard. I do love corrugated cardboard. I think it just adds real texture and junkiness to the journal. And then the next layer up, I've got this postcard which I have stamped on some scrapbook paper. So it's this stamp here, which is Urban Stamps. I've had this a long time. It's called Postal Frame Madame Perrault. So I don't know if they're still available, but you probably could get it in maybe second hand on eBay or whatever. Mine's is quite messy. It doesn't come with all those marks on it. I've not been the best at keeping things clean, and it's gotten a bit matte, the stamp, but it doesn't matter, it all stamps out perfectly well. So I stamped it using my VersaFine black and then just cut around. So I thought that would be nice there. And then I've got some Tim Holtz of these words. These are quite thick words, and I thought maybe that would be nice there. And then I'm going to stamp some flowers and some bees and some honeycomb. So let's do that. So I'm going to stamp on this book page. This is just from an old cyclopedia. And now I'll show you where I got these stamps. So all of these ones these are this bee, the littler bee, the honeycomb, is it a honeycomb? Yeah, honeycomb, the floral, and then the larger floral here, the larger flower there. So that's all the stamps that are on that block there. This stamp set was free with a magazine, which is why it doesn't have a proper cover or a name. I've had it a little while, but I've brought out my other bee stamps so that you can see what other stamps you can get, because obviously if this was free with a magazine then it's no longer available. But you could buy this one, which is Craft Sensations, and it's called, doesn't have a name, maybe it's just called Happy Bee, don't know. Anyway, it's got bees and honeycombs and whatnot. This one is woodware, and there's a bee there on a stamp, so you wouldn't need to stamp that whole image, you could just stamp that piece there and cut it out. And this one is called Postage Stamp Background, and that's woodware. I've used this in a project before. This is if you want a little bit of fun with the bees, and it's got the honeybee hive, and it's woodware, and it's Be Happy. And this one has got a little bee here and lots of other nice little stamps, I thought. So I thought I would show you that as well. And this is my Mind's Eye Gingham Gardens, and you get the bee down there. So that's a few options for some bee stamps if you fancy a little bee journal. Right, so I'm going to stamp these. I'm using my VersaFine. I've put all these little stamps on the one block because, well, because it just is easier. If you're using little stamps, you can get them all in the one block. Whoops, hope that didn't nudge there. Nope, we're fine. And then this little bigger flower. So I'm using my VersaFine Onyx Black because it's water resistant, because every time you're going to use something to colour in that's water based, if you don't use the water resistant ink pad, then you could be in a pickle because your black ink will run. So these are my favoured Zig Clean Colour Real Brush Kuretake, and I've got, this is yellow, and I'm just going to, now I'm going to be fussy cutting all of these, so I'm not caring about going over the lines, and I'm just going to give these flowers an initial yellow, and then I'm going to do the body of the bees, an initial yellow, and a little yellow on the honeycomb. Then we're going to go in with a little bit of bright yellow, which is actually orange, I think, and just go down the side a little bit of the bee, just a little bit round the centre or the edge of the petals, a little bit down the edge of the honeycomb. Then we're going to use the beige, which, yes, is the last one that I would pick up, obviously, and just a little light bit of beige just to give it some depth around the edges there, and again round, just building up layers. It doesn't matter that you're going over the colour that you've already put down. Then as a final flurry, back over with the yellow, and that just merges it all together. I'm not using any water today with these brushes because on this old book page water wouldn't it would just break up the book page and it wouldn't really be very good to put water on this old brittle. Let me just put the pens over there, and I'm just going to fussy cut this honeycomb. Because I already have, in true Blue Peter fashion, my other pieces already fussy cut, because really, who wants to watch somebody fussy cutting? Although, maybe you do. So, nice sharp scissors, and just twirl whatever it is that you're fussy cutting out rather than moving the scissors. I always find is the easiest. So there we are. Those little bits can go in the bin. So we've got a nice piece of honeycomb. So we'll bring in our cover, excuse me, and here are, so these are the flowers there, and this flower, and the two little bees. When it comes to fussy cutting things that are just too small to get in, just don't bother. Just go round it as best you can. You're on a book page anyway, so it's nice to see some of the print. Right, so now we're going to have to figure out where we're going to put our pieces. I think the obvious place for the flowers is here, and a bee, and I think we will put these underneath there, just peeking out as a wee nod to the honey that the bees make. And now, do we want the big bee there or the little bee there? I think the little bee there. Before you stick anything down, have a play around. I think that might be it. Yeah, what do you think? Yep, happy with that. So let's get sticking this down. I'm just going to use my glue stick. So the first thing we need to stick down are these two little honeys. I've got my old magazine here. That was about there, I think. Yeah. So a nice bright day again here, but we do have a bit of a wind, so that's taking away from how nice it might be. We were at a friend's house yesterday for, well, a barbecue, but it wasn't really a barbecue because it was too windy. So they made the kebabs and whatnot in the oven, and we just sat in the conservatory, which was lovely. Played some music and had a catch up. We haven't seen them for, well, a long time. So that was nice. Right, let's see. Let's keep them in some sort of order and get this postcard down. Book rings are an really easy journal, and I think they work quite well, and you can move the pages about if you think, oh no, I want that one to be the first page or the second page. Let me just see if that's fine. Now what will we put on first? We were about there. These stamped flowers and whatnot are really quite effective, aren't they, when they're coloured? I do like them. Don't know. See, you could fiddle about for a long time here, couldn't you? I think maybe I like that better, the littler flower. Right, let's get the little bee down. To be quite gentle with the with these stamped images because they're stamped on the old book. Do this one first because it's in the background. Old book pages are quite fragile. So yes, so we had a nice chat and some music and some nice eats, and it wasn't a late night because we started in the afternoon, met up in the afternoon, and they're not that far away from us, so that was nice. And they've got a little dog, a little mocha, a little cockapoo, so Millie had a playmate for a wee while. But I think the cockapoo wanted to play more than Millie did. Millie's not really a big one for playing. Right, yeah, happy with that. He's just gathered all the pollen from those sunflowers and he's off. Now I think these might be stickers. These, do you think? Maybe not. Nope. Glue's the winner. Because if the backing isn't coming off that easily, then it won't come off. And if it comes off, well, we'll just stick it back down again with the sticky bit. Field notes. There we are. We can pretend that we're David Attenborough. And we're going to take notes of all the bees, and might take some photograph of some bees and put them in. Oh, I think that's quite pretty. Right, let's open these up. I wasn't sure about the yellow book rings, but the black ones I've got are absolutely huge, and it just didn't do the trick. So that's the cover. That's quite pretty, isn't it? Quite pleased with that. So let's do a couple of tags, and then that'll get us started on some ephemera, some of the inside. So I have 2 tags here. With some of the pieces. And here we are, maybe do that. And I've got wings. These are Tim Holtz. Now what are they called? Word cards, I think. There's a word on either side. I think it might be word cards. It's from the new release. So treated myself. I think maybe there like that, maybe something like that. A couple of matching tags or semi-matching. I was maybe going to stamp some of this. This is from this set, Craft Sensations. This little honeycomb, maybe in the background a little bit, just round the edge. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get the book. Now, should I stamp it with the black or give it a little bit of colour, or should I stamp it with orange? The orange ink I have, orange yellow ink I have, is chalk ink, and it's not very bright. It doesn't show up on coloured card quite as well as some. Oh yeah. I'll put another little bit down here. Yeah. Wonder if I should add any colour. Maybe just keep it. Maybe just keep it plain. Let's do it round this way this time. Don't want them exactly the same. That'll do. Let's I've lost a bee. Oh, there it stuck to the other side of the. Of course it is, because there's glue on the other side. Right. I'm putting that off the edge a little bit. I quite like that, not to have things on the edge. Let's try this one. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. I don't think I'll colour in now. I don't know. I think I'm going to leave it because I don't think the colour will show up on that green as nice as it does on the book page. Right, so this piece. And then the word card. and my two busy bees. I like to cluster everything together in my little mini collages. I think it always looks, rather than spreading things out, well, that's how I quite like it anyway. I don't know if that's the right way to do it, but I think it's nice to do that. I've managed between it being there to there, making it really quite dirty. Is it on my finger? No, it's not. Don't know where it's come from. Right, here and here. And yeah. There. So yeah, I was at Hobbycraft this morning, and what did I get? Not very much. This new Pritt stick, last of the big spenders, a whole £2, and oh, and a new ink pad, a new Versafine, but not in black. Let me show you. I got this for a little change. This is vintage sepia, so I'll see how that works out. Determined to buy something. Right, let's see what we might do with these tags, because I don't have any pockets in here yet. Let's clear some bits away. I don't have any pockets yet, so I might actually just, they're quite nice even just on, oh yes, I backed them with some lined paper, so that they could be journaling cards if you wanted. So maybe I should put them in pockets, but I quite like them just, we'll need to get a hole and put some, maybe we'll use this punch that punches the long slit. Right, let's do this. That's quite nice. I got that in Amazon. I think it's for punching, like, you know, these security badges that people wear around their necks. I think it's security badge punch or something. Anyway, I think the next time what we'll do is we will, I wonder if I should stitch round that with the machine. I think I will. I think I'll stitch round that with the machine for next time, and next time we will add some pockets so that we can put these tags in. Maybe a side pocket would be nice. Doesn't really go with that paper. I'm not, to be honest, I'm not sure about this paper being in here. I quite like the 49 in the market. We'll see. Anyway, I think that's me for today. So next time we will make some more bits for the journal, and we will find a spot for these 2 tags. We'll get some ribbon or some trim put through that, and we will stitch round that, and then you'll see it again, it will be all nicely stitched, and we'll work on the inside. That sounds like a plan. So thanks for joining me today. If you've enjoyed the video, a thumbs up would be great, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.